Welcome to Awakening Heaven on Earth. Before we begin, take a moment to arrive. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to believe, and nowhere you need to go. Simply listen, contemplate, and notice what stirs and resonates within you. This is a shared space of reflection, presence, and remembrance. Now, let us begin. Welcome, beloved traveler. Today we continue our journey into unity by exploring how the body itself becomes a sacred doorway to wholeness. Not something to escape, not something to perfect, but something to honor. Because your body is not separate from your spiritual life. It is one of its primary expressions. Across spiritual traditions, psychology, science, and philosophy, a quiet but growing consensus is emerging. Embodiment is not an obstacle to awakening. It is part of the awakening. Let us begin gently. Take a slow breath in and release. Let's enter a time of reflection. Simply notice your body right now. Not to judge it, not to fix it. Just to feel it. Is there tension? Comfort? Fatigue? Ease? Let awareness be compassionate. Now let us look at several books focused on the body of unity. First in the book, The Body is Not an Apology by Sonia Renee Taylor. This book invites radical self-love. Not superficial positivity, but deep liberation from body shame. Taylor reminds us that personal body shame often mirrors societal fragmentation. When we learn to honor our own embodiment, we naturally become more compassionate toward others. Unity begins not in theory, but in how gently we inhabit our own skin. Next, in the book Anatomy of the Spirit by Caroline Myss. Myss explores how emotional and spiritual patterns often manifest in the body. The body speaks through sensation, fatigue, vitality, and sometimes illness. Rather than viewing symptoms only as problems, she invites us to ask, what is being communicated? Unity here means listening, not overriding. Let's enter a time of reflection. Ask quietly, when my body signals discomfort, do I listen or override? And what might compassionate listening look like? In the book Embracing the Body by Tara Owens, Owens offers a contemplative Christian mystical perspective. Owens gently heals the split many people were taught between body and spirit. She shows how breath, posture, and sensation can become prayer. Not performance. Not discipline alone, but relationship. This transforms spirituality from abstraction into lived experience. From science, Sherwin Nuland's book, The Wisdom of the Body, inspires awe. Every second, your body regulates temperature, circulation, immunity, and repair. Trillions of cells cooperate silently. Most of this occurs without your conscious effort. You are participating in an intelligence far greater than personal control. Unity here becomes humility. Now, let's enter a time of reflection. Place a hand gently over your heart, if comfortable. Feel the rhythm. Notice it continues, whether you think about it or not. Can you feel gratitude for this quiet miracle? In the book Edgar Cayce on the Spiritual Body by Harmon Brough, Brough reminds us the body is an instrument of the soul. Care for the body is not vanity. It is stewardship. Through embodiment, we learn compassion, service, patience, and presence. Your body participates in your spiritual evolution. In Emmett Fox's book, Power Through Constructive Thinking, Fox adds another dimension. Thought patterns influence emotional states. Emotions influence physiology. Modern psychology confirms this through research on stress, perception, and nervous system regulation. Unity here becomes integration. Mind, spirit, and body moving together. From Trauma Psychology, the book The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk, Kolk offers profound insight. Trauma does not live only in memory. It can live in posture, breath, muscle tension, and nervous system responses. Healing often requires gentle reconnection to the body. Safety first. Presence second. Insight third. Unity here means returning home without force. In Peter Levine's book, Waking the Tiger, Levine continues this understanding. The body stores survival energy. When released safely, resilience naturally returns. The body is not broken. It is protective. Unity includes honoring that wisdom. Now, let's enter a time of reflection. Consider gently. Where might my body still be protecting me? Can I thank it rather than fight it? From Cognitive Science, the book The Embodied Mind by Varela, Thompson, and Roche. They remind us cognition itself is embodied. Awareness arises through interaction between brain, body, and environment. We are not minds floating in bodies. We are embodied consciousness. In phenomenological philosophy, especially Merleau-Ponty, echoes this. We do not merely have bodies. We are bodily beings. Perception itself is embodied participation in reality. Unity is structural, not just mystical. Now, let us gather all these voices into one. Mystics say the body is sacred. Science says the body is intelligent. Psychology says the body remembers and heals. Philosophy says awareness is embodied. Justice-centered voices say honoring your body helps honor all bodies. Together, they whisper, "You are not spirit separate from the body. You are spirit expressed through the body." Let's enter a time of reflection. Ask quietly, if my body is sacred, how would I treat it differently? more rest, more kindness, more listening, more gratitude. As we come to this point today, remember this gentle truth. Your body is not an interruption to your spiritual journey. It is one of its greatest teachers. Every breath can become prayer. Every sensation can become awareness. Every moment of embodiment can become remembrance. Take one more slow breath. And release. May you walk gently in your body. May you listen deeply to its wisdom. And may you discover again and again that heaven and earth meet within you. As we come to a close, remember that this journey continues in many expressions. This podcast is part of a family of partner podcasts. Awakening Heaven on Earth. The space between heaven and earth and Living Heaven on Earth are 3 companion podcasts exploring spiritual awakening from complementary perspectives. Awakening Heaven on Earth offers the core teachings and mystical reflections on unity, love, and conscious living. The space between creates room for dialogue, reflection, and lived conversation around those teachings. Living Heaven on Earth focuses on basic spiritual practices that help embody these insights in daily life. Together, they form a unified journey of understanding, experience, and integration, inviting listeners to remember their connection with the divine, with one another, and with the living world. You can find all of them available on the same podcast streaming platforms wherever you listen. And if music helps carry these teachings deeper into the heart, the Unity, Awakening Heaven on Earth album is available on all major music streaming services as a musical companion to this journey. Wherever you engage, through listening, reflection, conversation, or music, may it gently remind you you are not separate. You belong to the one life, and heaven is already unfolding within you. Until next time, walk gently, love deeply, and embody heaven on earth.